What's up, guys? Brian back to do the answers to the questions you guys posted. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome for that too. I'm not going to read the names of the people posting, but I will copy and pasted them on here so you get to see who wrote the question. Hopefully your question will be on here and we will answer it. Here we go. Do you think if Glen and Abe do end up dying that they should have just kept Abe's death from the comics since the episode's longer than he would have died? Yes, I think it's crap if Abraham dies in the season premiere because he should have just died by friggin' Dwight's arrow if they're not going to keep him for All Out War. I think it's total crap. Do you think Tara and Jesus will form a relationship in this season? From what I've seen the Compound Attack, they might. I think so. I think Tara and Jesus could definitely form a relationship. Tara's going to need someone to talk to. Jesus in the comics is gay. So if they keep that connection, they're both gay, and they could have a connection and a bond that way. You know, I would like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing Tara and Jesus have a friendship. Maybe in this show they have Karl going to the sanctuary to try and save Daryl. I definitely think that's a possibility because Daryl is captured by Negan and Dwight and the Saviors, so someone's got to get him out. How are they going to do that? So maybe help with Dwight and Karl. And Karl is filming with Jesus now for that, possibly. I think we get to see the iconic comic thing with Karl attack the Saviors. What is your favorite weapon on The Walking Dead? Michonne's katana. Big fan of Michonne and her katana. Definitely like that. Do you think Negan will kill Judith? No, I think Judith will be around for a long time, and no one's going to kill Judith. I think she'll always be a baby on the show. That's for sure. It's kind of a funny question there. What are your death predictions for the upcoming season? Death predictions. Abe and Glen, definitely, because I believe that. Spencer, Tobin, Carol, later half season 7, maybe some Kingdom Riders. That'll probably be it. I think the big loss will be at the very beginning on that. But probably Carol in the second part of season 7. Maybe even Heath, too. I think Heath may die. Do you think there will be as many walkers this session as the last session in Bounds? Would you like to see Donald Trump as a walker? Not as many walkers by far. Season 6 had a huge amount of walkers. I don't think that's a big threat. I think that'll be a threat, but not there. The Saviors are the threat. Donald Trump is a walker. I'd love to see as many political officials and funny cameos as walkers. That'd be great. If you had someone in a suit with Donald Trump, that'd be great. From the comics, what do you think has the biggest impact from the comics? So who do you think does? Negan, by far. I think Negan had the biggest impact on the comics and still does to this day. I think they changed the game when they put Negan in issue 100, and I think Negan's going to be around for a while on the show as well, changing the show. Hey, man, do you think we'll see part of All Out War in the second half of Season 7, or will we see it for Season 8? Issue 156 was incredible. Yeah, it was. I think Season 8, or maybe the very telltale end of Season 7, but definitely in the Season 8, we're going to be the All Out War. They're going to build up the story, build up the war, build up the people, and then march to war, and then we have the war. I think Season 8 would be great. Hey, Brian, do you think that Glen and Abraham could just film small scenes in a previous episodes at the end of the season, have a bigger role? They said that they would be surprised and already have figured it out. No, I think Glen and Abe are gone. I see what you're saying. Could they come back and film a couple little things because people know that's the spoilers? No, I think Glen and Abe are done, unfortunately. Besides Glen and Abe, who else do you believe has a high chance of getting the bat? I thought Glen from the very beginning. I really like the point of view theory. So someone in the van, I initially thought it was that. I don't think it's a woman by any means. So if someone would have been someone else, it might have been Eugene, but I always thought it was Glen, and it looks to be Abe joining in the party for that too. So who do you think will play Ezekiel? I hopefully find out in the trailer next week. Can't wait in 1 week. I would love for it to be Idris Elba, but he's got other projects and he's way too expensive, I'm sure. Dave Fennoy from the Telltale Games, and even Tyler Perry I think would do a good job too. So I can't wait to see who that is for that casting. It should be awesome for that. What do you think of the Eugene as a spy for Negan theory? I don't believe anyone's a spy. I don't think Enid's a spy. I don't think Eugene's a spy. I don't think anyone's doing that. I just think it's part of that. I think they did a crappy job telling us how they found out the information for that. They had spies everywhere, and they could have showed us a little bit better like that too. They didn't really do a good job with that. Well, what do you want to see for next season? I want to see more Jesus, Hilltop, Kingdom, Shiva, a lot of Shiva, Ezekiel, but more Jesus going forward there too. Just badasses stepping up a little bit, like the smaller characters like that. Do you think Dwight will turn good? Yes, I think Dwight turns good and helps the group. Maybe Daryl will escape in probably the second part of Season 7 or even Episode 8. Do you think anyone will die by a walker this season? Doesn't mean Alexandrians or Saviors. No, I think the walkers, if anybody dies, it's like Heath or something dies by a walker like that. I don't think the walkers are the big threat. Do you think we'll see a Negan's backstory this season? No, I don't think we see it. I think Kirkman and Nicotero said we won't see the Negan backstory. Where the story is now in the comics, how long or how many seasons do you think it would reach the storyline there? We're in issue 100, issue 156 where they're at now in the comics. On the show, issue 100, I don't think they ever catch up on the show. Do you think it's obvious that Glen got Lucille at this point? Yes, unfortunately, I think he's the goner. I think he's the victim, always did. What do you think of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors? Love it. Oklahoma City's done. Going to Golden State Warriors. Going to hopefully win some championships there. Do you think season 7, episode 1 will be called Something to Fear? I think it's a great title. Fits from the comics, fits from the show. I think it'd be a great starter. Something to Fear would be a great episode title for the premiere, season 7. If Glen dies, Abraham steps up and tries to do something. What happens to Karl? Does he lose his other eye? That's a great point. You said if someone interferes, cut the other boy's eye out, and then we'll start. I don't know. How they're going to get around that? You talk a big game, that happens. If they go around that too, does he affect someone else? I don't know. So, I don't know. That's a great point. I hopefully see something with that. How do you think the opening scene will go? I think they go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. They build it up. They whistle. They do all that shit again. And then they go through the line, and he points, and they kind of reenact it, and they point, and then they show the victim, and they, boom, smash his head in. How do you know the episodes will be filmed? And filming the rumors. We belong to many groups. Spoiling Dead fans, Walking Dead spoilers, check them out on Facebook and everything. It's pretty awesome. Do you think the cops from season 7 will return? No, I think the cops will not, because that was in Atlanta. They are in Virginia now. They moved out of that spot. I think the wolves might return, though, because that kind of left them leaving Alexandria unfulfilled. We didn't really see that closure on that. Why do you say we instead of I? You got a team of producers and shit. No, I'm a team of a group of people here. I do most of the work, but we are a team. I give props to my team on there too. Tom himself, I try to respond to your questions and stuff on comments on on YouTube on there, but I can't. It won't let me respond, so don't feel like I'm ignoring you on there. I try to. I don't know. We got to work something out to try and connect on there a little better. But there you go, guys. There's our answers to your questions. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. Definitely don't do another Q&A. If you want to post some more questions, we'll answer them. And as always, thank you, guys.